Hey, this is Trent Cotney, Cotney Attorneys and Consultants, and this is another industry update. And we got a lot of news to cover, but I promise I'll do it in 5 minutes or less. So first thing is, today's February 22nd. This morning, the Biden administration announced that what they want to do is really focus on Paycheck Protection Program loans for the smallest businesses, that's businesses that are 20 or less, and minorities. And they enacted a bunch of protocols and guidelines that will assist with that. In particular, a lot of this is going to be focused on the next 14 days to ensure easy access for those that fall in those categories. So stay tuned for that. I do anticipate that as the PPP continues to roll out, we will see more and more guidance from the SBA, the Department of Treasury, and the Biden administration. The next thing that I want to mention to you is that steel prices have increased dramatically. Okay, we've had call after call after call talking about the increase in steel prices. Please make sure that you have a price acceleration provision in your contract, and we're going to pop it up now for you. What it says is that in the event that any material line item goes up by more than 5%, that you're entitled to get an equitable adjustment of the contract to account for that. Now, obviously, you have to show the customer the increased cost, but the idea behind this is the ability to get this without necessarily the need to go through a formal change order process. Please make sure this is in your contract because, as we have seen, lumber prices have already skyrocketed, and steel prices, I do expect that there's going to be additional material increases, price increases over the next few months. Next thing I want to talk to you about is OSHA. Okay, the Biden administration, we were all concerned about the Department of Labor and how this was going to play out with rulemaking, inspections, and citations. I think we're starting to see that. There's been some suggestion by them recently that what they want to do is update the HAZCOM standards to reflect the latest version of the United Nations Globally Harmonized System, commonly referred to as GHS. So what does that mean? That means that they're going to be looking at enforcement policies, they're going to be looking at the requirements to prepare safety data sheets, all this type of stuff in an effort to try to align with the current UN version. So stay tuned for that. That's going to require additional retraining when that gets finalized. Next thing I want to mention to you is from the HR standpoint is we've had a lot of issues with employers not being able to locate employees, okay, for either workers' comp issues, HR related issues, unemployment, whatever it might be. At the end of the day, these are some self-help tips that you can keep in mind. First is make sure if you have a final paycheck that needs to get distributed that you go ahead and distribute it through the regular means and methods that you did while that person was employed. Okay, you want to make sure that if you send it out and they don't accept it and it comes back undeliverable, that you maintain that unopened so that you have evidence that you shipped it out. Make sure you try to call them, email them. And the key thing is, and you guys have heard me say this over and over again, the party with the best paper wins the day. Okay, so it's paramount that what you do is document every effort to get in touch with these former employees. Make sure that you're writing it all down, keeping a log, and engaging in a certain level of due diligence so that if somebody asks, why didn't you try to find this person, you can show them the steps that you took. Another good practice pointer is consider a standard operating procedure when it comes to dealing with employees that you're having difficulty finding, because what that does is it just gives your HR staff a great playbook. You don't have to guess about it. You can go down the list and do exactly what it says. So as always, if you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to contact me at tcotney@cotneycl.com. Stay tuned. A couple weeks from now, we'll do another industry update. We appreciate you guys. Thank you.